It's an exciting night here in Williams Stadium. It is the Flames' first home opener game since 2008. Now they are playing Delaware State, who they have not played since 2001, but this is their 15th time facing off. So that makes them fourth most common for the Flames. We'll see what happens tonight. Back to you guys. Excitement of Liberty football doesn't just start on Saturday. It starts on Friday night, where we have what we like to call Gillville. Last night, 400 students came and camped out right behind the stadium. They came and played games, had food, and had fun. And then the next morning, Coach Gill came, brought donuts, bagels, coffee, and those faithful fans were the first ones in the stadium this morning. I don't know, Mike and Matt, I think we're going to have to join them one of these home games.
Wesley Scott.
I'm here with Jerry's Jokers. Guys, you are awesome. Tell me, how did you come up with this idea? You guys, but should you guys start like the Mike and Matt Minions? I think that's a good idea. Here down on the sidelines, and what just happened a few minutes ago was that this Gatling gun just shot out 2 t-shirts in every single one, and the faithful fans know that if they stay till the 4th quarter, they will have a chance to get a t-shirt. It's called 4 Quarters of Fury. The fans are still out here and ready for the end of the game, so let's go, guys. Here, Desmond, you had an incredible game tonight. Tell me a little bit about what it's like to be back on this field after being injured all last year. What is this circuit that you're preparing for, and what are you preparing to do next season as well? Well, thank you so much for being with us. We will cheer you on in this upcoming season. And Mike and Matt, I don't know about you, but I think we need to take them on in a race. The Flames this year have really been a tale of 2 teams. One team going and beating Montana and Georgia State, the other one losing 2 conference games in a row. But I think tonight, Matt and Mike, that this team is going to play until the very end. Kennesaw State, being in their first year as a football program, has proven themselves to be a force to be reckoned with, especially on the offensive side in their run game. But Liberty's defense has shown up tonight. Guys, let's hope that they continue to do this for the rest of the game. Josh, you had an excellent game today. What does it mean for you to be the leader of this team, and how will you take that going forward? This week on Keepers of the Flame, we talked to one of our football players about something we all can relate to: stress and worry. Let's find out how he faces this challenge on and off the football field. I love the verse Austin shared because it's a truth we can all relate to. Because of our own life circumstances or those happening in the world around us, we all have a tendency to worry, don't we? Yet God has told us in His Word, do not worry, do not be afraid. When we focus on God and His promises rather than our circumstances, we're able to live each day from a place of provision, faith, and trust, rather than fear and worry. I read this tweet and thought it would be perfect to close. Worrying is wasting energy on the things you can't control. Leave everything in God's hand. Think less, pray more. That's it for this week's Keepers of the Flame. Guys, back to you. I imagine we can all relate in some way to what Emily shared with us. Whether it's trying to balance life as a student athlete or being a stay-at-home mom, life can get hectic and overwhelming. In our weak moments, where do we find our strength? How can we balance it all and live a life that pleases God? The Bible says that we can do all things through Christ. So be encouraged. Wherever God has you in this moment, He will provide everything you need in order to live for Him. That's it for this week's Keepers of the Flame. Abilities to share the gospel. Because sports are by nature very competitive, I think you'll be moved and motivated by how Liberty Hept athlete Jessica Harrison has learned to share her faith. Let's hear what she has to say. What Sachem said also reminds me of something my father has told me for as long as I can remember. It's not what you do on the field when everyone is watching that matters. It's what you do and how hard you work when no one is watching. If pleasing God is your heart's desire, you will go above and beyond what is expected of you at all times and in everything you do. That's it for this week's Keepers of the Flame. Guys, back to you. When the daily to-do lists don't get done and circumstances seem overwhelming, we can tend to lose sight of why we do what we do in life. Let's find out how one of our track and field athletes, Jeff Jacobs, has learned how to keep everything in perspective and live victoriously. It's so easy to grow weary in doing good and get caught up in the demands of life, isn't it? Jeff reminded us that whatever we do it for the glory of God. In the midst of our busy schedules, if we choose to honor God and worship Him in all we do, He will give us the strength to accomplish what He desires for us to do each day. Believe it or not, 24 hours is all we need. If God wanted us to do more, He would have given us more hours in a day. And if we remember why we do what we do,
our days can be filled with worship and praise. That's it for this week's Keepers of the Flame. Back to you guys.